All right, everybody, we are back here with the morning games. This is the U16 portion of the event as we're going to get set for puck drop. A great game between the U14s right before this one, and now we'll continue on. How are you feeling, dudes? This is the fourth game of the female section, and we're going to be having another competitive one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, good first game there. The U14s kept us on our toes the entire time, and I'm expecting much of the same here for the U16 division for sure.
This game last night was pretty good. Not too many whistles, but an early one there as we'll get a face-off here.
Yeah, the starting goaltender down there for Team Purple, number 75, Sophie Zettler from the Valley Wild. Do remember her from the provincials earlier on in the season, and down in the far goal, number 5, Liliana Oliveira from the Metro West Warriors. So there you go, starting goaltenders for both sides here.
That one's picked up and put off the glass. It's slapped back into the zone with the hand and moves back along the wall, trying to step up on it. Pulled back into the zone, up the right side. It's going to be picked up here by Danica Joseph and then shot on down and behind. Slow it up in there along the end boards. Powder's going to come up with it, looking for a lead pass. Jumps off the stick, and they'll chase after it into the right side now, wrapping back around here. Summer McLean. Down along the boards. It's going to be near the hash marks, trying to dig away at that puck. Powder's going to pick up on it as Catherine Wilkie. Wilkie got that around, and it's up off the stick. Shot back the other way here into the zone. White's just going to dump and chase that one, dump and change. Picked up off the end boards by Harland. Harland gets it over to the left side. Stopped in the tracks there. That one will pull back around for Kim. Try to get that up the boards, and they will now. Sent back into the zone. Shot too hard on the left side on it. Brings back around here for Smith. Left side rolls up the stick. Purple picks it up. Purple gets it down here to Audain, but it's actually past the stick of Audain. It'll be a battle for it down there near the ringette line. Try to push that in behind. Comes on down to the end boards. Picked up by Lawton. Lawton's going to work that around to Smith. Trying to sweep on that, but it heads off to the left side. Jumping up on that puck and can't get it through. Powder and Purple still working away at it. Back in behind. That one will roll over there to Rassong. Rassong looking for a breakout pass. Gets that to the left side. In over the red line and down to the corner for Smith. Picked up now. Trying to move that one up ahead. Rolls off the end of the stick. Over skated. Now brought back into the zone. Picked up. Try to get that in and into the right side. It's fanned on. That one falls off in behind by Leslie. Leslie up the wall onto the stick of Kearney. Trying to move that towards the middle. Jumps up on that puck. Kind of tripped up, but still going. Hartnell in to the left side. Powder looking for a lane, and it's picked up and shot back in behind. It'll be a hustle play down there along the end boards. Getting to that first is MacArthur. 2-on-2 there along set end boards. MacArthur still working for it. Taken over by Hartnell. Hartnell tries to go up the left side, and it's moved back into the middle. Is Lexi McIntyre looking for it. A bit tripped up there by Powder, but we'll continue on. And oh no, that actually was a penalty. So one ref left it, the other one called it. 6:33 to go and a power play coming.
That just goes to show you the effectiveness of the double official back there. The one down where the play is, didn't see it, didn't call it, and then the back official was going to put that arm up in a hurry for that penalty. And haven't seen a penalty this early on in the game, but if it were me, I probably wouldn't have called it, but sometimes the arm just goes up, Jeff.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you think you would have called that one? I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of those ones being called yet, but power play coming regardless here for Powder.
You mean powder play?
Yes. I'm glad you made that joke there for me.
Yeah, we'll resurface that one.
Yeah. Bring that one back out tonight. Back into the end boards. Slowed down, and McHenry. That one bounces onto the stick of Payne. Payne tries to shoot it in. Purple with a chance here to clear, and an easy one there as it's sent down the length of the ice and will be flipped on out, and a lot of confidence from the goaltenders to play that puck, and we'll continue on here. Picked up by Lila Blanchard. Blanchard gets that up the right side, try to move it through, a bit of a collision there, but puck will advance. Powder into the zone, still on the power play. Down to the right side corner, spun around and handed off to McNeil. Down from the corner, McNeil grabs and shoots that the length of the ice, so the PK continuing. Back in there along the end boards. Wilkie gets that over there to White. White gets it across to Gabrielle. Into the middle, it's Beaton who picks it up over the red line, now the blue line. Down the left side, Beaton. Pulls that back, hands that over to White. White back down to Beaton in behind. From the corner, try to play that out in front. It's picked up. Still moving around as Buffett. Buffett back to the blue line. Holding up. Slap shot there on the one-timer, dudes. And like where the head's at. Tough one to put on net, but good attempt at least.
That's how Gabriel's trained. She played up in the U18 division this past season, and you know the coaching staff, that one level up is going to want that puck to get to the net a lot faster, so it was right in the wheelhouse. That was a great pass to hit on a one-timer. She got quite a bit of it, but just couldn't find the net.
And 10 seconds to go in the power play, and now 5 minutes into this game. Face-off will be down there to the left. Getting ready there. It's dropped back and will be kept in on the blue line. Down the half wall. Back in, kept in there is Harlan. Trying to get it centered out and a couple whacks at it. Comes over to the left side. Buffett gets it back to the line. Passed across. Over to Gabrielle. Shot stopped there. Gonna be moving the other way. Bounce up the boards here on the left side into the zone, but now moved out. Bit of a body contact there, getting the push off, but it's sent in behind. Trying to go up the wall with it, picked up by Purple. Purple moving to the middle, low shot. That one bounces pad blocker and then into the left side. Back in behind, trying to get that pass out. Gabrielle. Gabrielle from the corner goes down. Up the wall, trying to advance that puck. Connects on it over there to Driscoll. Driscoll cut off, trying to enter the zone. Purple with it. That one circling back from the corner. Trying to step up on it as there's some pressure in here. Backhand gets in behind, will be skated after. Grabbed in along the end boards. Rassong to the left side. Picked up now by Timmins, trying to move it up ahead. Looking to enter in over the blue line. Shot in around said end boards, jumping up the wall. It's in the feet and trying to move it up ahead. Smith. Flicked back in and still working away at it. Back in here for Purple as Margaret McLean's going to pick it up. Margaret McLean circling back out, trying to get that puck centered. It'll be sent on and covered up in our first kind of longer segment of hockey there, dudes. 12:35 to go in the first, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed early on here is, once again, the communication at a very high level here. Not sure if you guys can hear it at home through the headsets here, but just non-stop talking out there. There's never a quiet moment on the ice, and that's how the hockey should be played. There's that high volume and lots of talking out there. There's always something to be in communication about out there, even between whistles.
Pushed off in front there by Kearney. Kearney tries to get it out. It's the delayed offside, but now we're all good. Swept that, though, into the right side, trying to get it squared away. Circle back here by Powder as Jodry looking to move it up ahead. Back in, that one's going to fall off to the right side corner. Played back in around by Ray McInnes. From the end boards, comes over to McCormick. Trying to advance that puck and tripped up a bit near center. Backhand Pushed off, now back to the blue line. They'll play that across. Whoa, and a big scream there for that one, dudes, as you were talking
they
about
want
it.
the puck.
Yep, looking for that puck. Lead pass there.
It's one thing, too, as trying to get a pass there. You can always, rely on the excuse, I didn't see you, but you want to leave it so that they definitely heard you. So at least then you have that going for you, and that's part of it, right? You start to get the use of your teammates' voices out there. It may be tough right now as, it's just kind of day 2, but you start to recognize voices. Like, I can tell you for sure, Jeff, if you were out there yelling for a puck for me, I would definitely know it was you. But that just comes with time spent and honestly paying attention to what's going on around you. But like I said, it's communication is at a high level here, and it's really good to see.
Definitely something to add to the game. What about the old stick tap, dudes, when you're waiting for that pass? Tap, tap, tap. Are you a fan of that one?
I call it the beaver tap.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. The one thing for me, especially as you get to the higher levels, and
there, we'll have to return back to that point as finished in behind our first goal of the game, coming about 10 minutes in, and a full-blown sprint back to the bench for number 27 there, Gabriel Buffett, and a nice one there to start the scoring out.
Yeah, nice, good, hard-working goal there in front of the net, and they're going to get themselves on the board here. But back to the tap, I'm under the belief there that the tap kind of draws attention to yourself. It's one thing to yell, it could be anybody on the ice, but that tap there is just kind of, especially if you're in behind the D, my old man, God love him, never really played a whole lot of hockey growing up, but just little things like that he says, and you just kind of don't really think that they're going to make any sense. But he's right, you're in behind the D, they don't see you, and all of a sudden you give the stick tap and they turn around, and there you go, you've drawn attention to yourself. So for me, wasn't a thing I did. Also wear and tear on the stick, and I know that the old man would have been pretty upset if I broke a stick doing that. But, it's definitely part of the game still, and you see it quite a bit, and it does tell you where you're at for the most part, but I like to use the vocals.
Yeah, fair enough. And, sometimes it just becomes a habit for these guys, and you don't even mean to really do it. You don't even know you're doing it. You're just tapping away. You're anxious for that puck, and not necessarily a great habit, but like you said, it does give a good, it does give information. It's just probably not where you're going to go next if you're behind the D, like you said.
And it's a good thing. Like, I wouldn't get away from it. If anything, it's a good opportunity to be heard out there. But just for me personally, I wouldn't use it too much though. But like you said, it is a reaction thing, and a lot of this game is so high speed that you're just trying to get any advantage you can at the moment of the play. So not too upset about it, but it's just like I said, not something that I would use myself.
Fair enough, and with just inside 10 minutes to go in the first, it's a 1-0 game, and some good back and forth here. That one picked up on the left side. It's going to be off on the stick, and now trying to move up the left side. Falls back in behind here for Driscoll. Driscoll looking to advance that with the Greenfoot Capitals sticker on the helmet. Recognize that one as it's moved in, and Greenfoot now the official sponsor there of the BMO Center in Bedford, so I'm sure we'll be hearing that name a little more over the course of the next couple of years. That one picked up down low, trying to get that one moved up the right side, and it'll be battled for down in the corner, and stick goes flying, not broken though. Back down low, good cut move there by Dane, and now passed out in front, but again on the backhand, couldn't get it squared up as it comes back to the blue line. Push down in behind and grabbed by Rassong. Rassong into the middle, trying to get the pass to Smith, but it's a turnover. Shot just goes wide on the right side. Getting hemmed in the zone a little bit here is Powder. Purple with a push, but now Powder looking to go up the right side with it. Back in behind, and they'll battle for it right under our feet here.
Ooh, vicious battle.
Chipped up the wall and in behind, 8:41 to go. That one will go for an icing face-off to the left.
One.
And that puck picked up, shot into the glove, 8:43 to go, and another whistle there, and we'll just try again off the draw there.
Yeah, good face-off procedure there from Team Purple, and Danny Ray McGinnis able to get a shot off. If she could just hang on for another split second longer and let those bodies funnel in front of the net, have a better chance of knocking one in or getting a deflection of some sort.
One played off in behind, and we're into the back half of this first period as they'll battle for it along the left side boards, and it's freed up here for Blue, trying to lead that up ahead into the feet. Get as far as the neutral zone before it's turned over onto the stick of Prince. Prince trying to play that up ahead, but it'll be a one and a hand pass, so didn't know if a penalty was coming or what, but 8:02, no penalty, just a stoppage in play there. So 1-0, still the score, and it was looking like a good chance the other way, dudes, but caught by the referee behind the play.
That's one of my favorite calls to make as an official, is the old hand pass. It's a tough one sometimes to see amongst the crowd, but if you can get that call under your belt, you can show everybody at home that you are dialed in.
Seems to elicit a reaction every time, the hand pass, for sure.
I think people just forget. Like, I know when I'm out there playing and you make a hand pass, everything happens so fast that you just don't even remember if you did hand pass it or not. So the tendency is just to argue a little bit, especially if it's an official. That's just kind of how the game goes, and it's been like that since the beginning of time.
Shot from the right side there, booming off the pad as it comes back down. Bourgeois looking for it, but it comes back into the middle, and a shot there, and it'll be covered up and saved off the shot by Summer McLean.
Good little shift there from that line for Powder. Anna MacArthur working hard down low. She played for the Pictou County Crushers U16 AA male team this year, and she was a force on that team, and you can tell that she's not shy at all to get into the physicality or the physical side of the game as she works down low into the corners very well.
Play it up the boards, trying to get that squared up ahead. It'll be hustled after and sent down, no ice. Picked up there, cut back play, and trying to move that back in the zone onto the stick here of Harland. Harland gets the pass off, shot from the point. That one goes in behind. It'll be grabbed near the ringette line. Actually, not really grabbed. It's still battled for. Purple trying to move that out. Powder continuing to pressure there, or continuing to play defense there from the corner, but now it's back onto the stick, trying to go behind the back, and electing to take the body allows a step-up play there by Margaret McLean, and it'll stay alive here for Purple. Played back there to Harland. Harland shoots from distance, covered up here.
Never a bad idea to get the puck to the net, and you'll never hear a coach complain about that. So, like I said, just wait for those bodies to funnel in front of the net there, but sometimes you just don't have that option. You got to get it towards the goal. It's better that than back the other way towards your net.
Here on the left side, looking for that shot through, and it gets stopped. Now they're going to chip away for that in the corner. Now from a sharp angle, and scooped up again there by Oliveira, and we'll get a whistle. 6:19 to go and try again from the corner. The same line staying out, so a few more whistles here through the first. Some saves at both ends, and conservatively covering up a little bit more here after game number 1 last night.
Yeah, a goose egg for Team Purple last night, and already we are past that for Team Powder.
Picked up here on the right side. It'll be a 2-on-1 the other way. Chance in here, and tight off the post. Clear-cut shot, puts it post out off the end of the stick there by White, and now the arm goes up for a penalty, and she seems to be okay down there, so penalty coming regardless, but everyone all right.
So 2 things there. Addison White, one of the top scorers last year in the U15 league, 23 goals, 22 assists. She finished 3rd just behind McLean and Libis, but you know, she was looking up. If you were looking down at that angle, you could see her eyes light up there. Good job defensively to take away that backdoor pass, but referee with another spill out here at center ice. But yeah, Harlan just a little bit too hard there on the forecheck, and just got kind of caught on the wrong side of things there, so they're going to have another penalty here.
Picked up here down low. They'll play that up the right side now, moving in towards the middle. Wilkie brings it in. Wilkie down the left side, drops that pass off. Left side, shot, and save made again for the whistle.
Yeah, a little whack back from the goaltender there as Wilkie got an extra shot in after the whistle. But you know what they say, play till the whistle, and sometimes you're 90% of the way through that poke and the whistle goes and there's not much you can do there. But a little retaliation down there from the goaltender, don't hate it.
Picked up down there along the end board. It's going to be fished out by Beaton. Beaton in behind. Beaton played back to the middle. Chance on the left side off the end of the stick, and now an easy clear as it's shot down the length of the ice and will be hustled after. Good wheels coming in there by Joseph. Danica Joseph trying to get that one moved out in front and pretty much totally beat her competitor in terms of playing that puck on the end boards.
Great setup there on the power play breakout. They had number 27 in behind the defense, Buffett, and that's going to force those defenders out of that zone to cover that play, and she ends up getting a good breakout pass as she came down to be support instead of just staying up by the blue line, and they ended up getting a half-decent chance out of it, but the puck goes back the other way in a hurry here, and we're going to have a whistle now.
Another whistle coming here.
I think it was a high stick. I was watching the setup on the power play here, so didn't really see the play, but looked like that the arm went up for a penalty, but I think it was just holding it up for the high stick motion, and that's why we see nobody go to the box.
51 seconds gone from the power play, or 51 seconds remaining in it, and it plays to the left side. Back to the line here. Shot won't go through from Lawton as it's on the left side. Played back in, a bit of a trip up there. We'll continue on. Trying to go up the boards with it. Slowed down. Pushed towards the middle, left side. Drop back into the zone. Hustled after by Ray McInnes. Up the wall. Lawton slows it down. Cut off down there. Off the feet and back. Picked up now, lead pass right on the money there. Nice job there to get it to Driscoll, but turned over back the other way. Trying to move it ahead is McLean. Collision there down the left side, trying to enter back into the zone. Smith stopped up there, back onto the stick of Sangster. Back and forth here as we're back to even strength. 3:43 to go here in the first. Played across to the right side. Shot down, no ice as they'll head in for it. Bourgeois plays in along the end boards. Down from set end boards. Some pressure coming here still onto the stick and ricocheted out of the zone. All sorts of pressure here on the left side. Brought back in. Down in front. They're taken out of the play, and it's down into the corner here by MacArthur. In and back on the blue line. That exits the zone. They're just going to chip that one over to Payne, almost a turnover. Swept on. Down the right side, now back in. On to the stick there of Payne. Down here in front to Kearney. Kearney gets cut off along the boards. Trying to get that puck in ahead. Purple's going to fish it out. It's McCormick. Oh, falling down. Chip down on the boards, looking for the pass in front. McCormick shot. Oh, and had a look there, dudes. Goes wide on the right.
Yeah, her favorite spot to shoot. We've seen her try and pick that corner a few times. We did see her pick it once, but a real good dish there and an unselfish play from the corner. They just weren't able to find the net this time.
Back over to the middle, looking for a shot low. It'll steer back in behind. Some pressure there. Centering shot. Another save made as a bounce back over here for MacArthur.
That's the proper play there. As that weak side winger, you want to stay up top, make sure you take away that option at the point, but as that puck slots down in the slot and everyone's facing the other way, you come down, help out defensively. So great job there by Anna MacArthur to clear that puck out of harm's way.
Back into the blue line. Kept in with a low shot. That one steered into the corner. From the right side, it'll be pulled in around, grabbed here by McCormick. Can't get it down as it's sent into the end boards. Harlan plays it across onto the stick. It's slapped that back into the zone here. Powder can't quite get it out. It'll fall into the left side, chased after there by Wilkie. Wilkie up the wall. 1:15 to go, and it comes on back here in front for Margaret McLean. Dorian has to go up the wall with it. Slowed up and pushed into the corner. Jumping on that puck. It'll be grabbed around the other side. Swept on once. Swept on again. And that one with 50 seconds will just have enough to go as we are into the final minute here of the first.
Yeah, real good pace of play here in the first. These ladies have just picked up right off where they left last night, and like we was talking to the evaluators not for too long yesterday, but we're all thinking there's going to be some tough decisions to be made here. And I'll tell you what, those are good problems to have when you're evaluating for a team. The last thing you want is to go, we're not sure if we have the team. But in this particular instance, there's going to be a lot of tough decisions here, as these girls have been absolutely fire on all cylinders here, and they've earned every inch of their ice.
From those end boards, 33 seconds, still 1-0 the score as we get dangerously close to the end of the first here. 10-minute break. We'll be back for the second. That one comes back to the blue line. Pass across. Shot low, steered in behind. 17 seconds as Purple looking for one here late. Back to the blue line. Played across. Margaret McLean back in behind. 5 seconds to go. And now 3, and that will do it. So 1-0 here at the end of 1. We'll be back for the second shortly. All right, everybody, we are back here with the next period of play, the second period of play for the U16s. 1-0 lead after one, and the ladies seem ready to go.
Yeah, one of those scenarios where you're in, I just ran back through the lobby there, and it is a completely different ball game out there. It is hot in those hallways. The gear probably not drying out as much as they'd like. Ice is a little bit softer, but one of the cases where they're going to be happy to be out here in the cold and playing the game that they love.
And 20 fresh minutes on the clock for them there as we are waiting for the last forward to come out, and now it seems like we're good to go. So we'll head back to center with the puck dropped in, and let's get right into it. This one picked up on the right side, back and behind, tripped up on the down, right back up though. Chance here in front, not able to get the shot off.
That puck is sticking out there right now. There is tons of water.
Oh, and almost a third fall here for our referee.
Something's up with the skates there. I saw him kind of stopping and starting there to start the period, just trying to get a feel for the edges, but it's a tough goal out there when your main job out there is to be mobile and you can't do what you're trying to do.
Picked up there on the right side, trying to move it up ahead. It's on to the stick of Jodry. Down into the left side corner. Jodry still working for it, trying to come up. It'll be down the right side, grabbed here by Purple. Little chip pass, gets in the other side to Audane. Back in from the end boards. Looking to lead past that, slowed up, caught in along, shot on. Nice save there as it bounces back out, and it'll be in behind again, and Purple with an early good chance, worked up to the wall. Collision down there in behind, and Powder is going to try to get that up the right side. Back in behind, they'll hustle after it. First to that puck there, it's Walter. Walter plays that across to Bourgeois. Locked off the stick here, but they'll continue to fight. Bourgeois gonna jump up on forward for a second. Now return to her post as Purple pick it up here in the neutral zone. Now potential the other way. Up through the middle, and lots of sticks behind, and just too many dekes there through the zone, and 3 Purple players on her back, able to knock that away. Down the right side, picked up by Payne. Payne's going to take it around, gets it over to the right, and knocked back into the middle. Payne with a sweeping shot there. Shot in tight, and that one's going to go wide to the left. It'll be picked up down low there by Blanchard. Blanchard tries to get it out, but it'll just be wrapped in around for Vickers. Jumping up into the play, there's Kim. It's Kim, and they're jamming away on the right side, and it's buried, and Purple will get one there into the back of the net a minute or 2.5 minutes into the second.
Yeah, it looks like it was Maya McCormick on the doorstep there. Right spot, right time, and she's going to get her second goal of the event. She ripped one top shelf last night in the first game, and tough bounce there in front for the newly entered Rebecca LeBlanc from the Sackville Flyers Minor Hockey Association, as well as an affiliate player for the Rangers U15 major in the male division last year. I do believe she got 1 or 2 games in, so always nice to kind of broaden your horizons and play in many different leagues and against different calibers and stuff like that. And we've said her name a few times on High Button streams, and I think of the Joe right away, Jeff, remembering that name, but that's a tough one down there. She made the first 2 saves, and the puck wasn't able to get cleared out of the way, and now there you go, back the other way.
From a sharp angle there, trying to work out of the corner and retaking the lead now. Didn't take long off the end of the stick there of Addison White for the 2-1, and now 3 minutes into the second, we've got 2 goals.
So Addison White looking for her first there, and she's a goal scorer by nature, and she's going to want to continue that there, but she's shown lots of different areas of her game that she can be successful in, but getting the first one off the stick there is getting the monkey off the back, I guess, if you will.
7:10 to go in the second. It'll be worked up the right side, picked up by Libis. Libis shoots that, but it bounces in behind. Try to angle and get that out on the right side. It's kept in, but then eventually rolling out there near the blue line.
So Libis and White, the 2 top scorers in the Atlantics this past season, the 2 of them for the Metro West Citadels there. And like I said last night, they came up a little bit short, and I just noticed something there. A stick got up in the head of the Powder player, and immediately Rachel Hartnell just apologized for it and said she didn't mean to do it, and play continues.
Good sportsmanship out there on the ice then as it worked up the right side and now slowed down for Purple. They'll try to work it back in the other side. Picked up by Margaret McLean. Kept into the zone. Down into the right side corner. It's worked in, and Powder going to come out with it. Comes back to the line here for Leslie. Shot is tipped back in behind on the left side. Trying to catch up to that puck now is Poirier. Poirier touches it back in through the middle. Grabbed in a lead pass there. Picked up. Purple in behind. Little chip pass. Looking for that puck in the open area. It'll head back the other way as Mitchell tries to cut off with it and work it. Mitchell from the end boards. She'll be going for a skate all the way up the right and in behind. Caught up to down on the right side corner. Pinched off along the wall. That one slowed down in behind. Gets played over to the right side. Now held up. Powder gets it back to the line. Timmins, low shot. That one along the ice. Not going to make it far. Back down here in front. Heading down in over the blue line. Onside. Step up shot. That one will be saved 5 minutes into the second here.
Yeah, so Lola Timmins, a member also of the Pictou County Crushers, but the U15A division in the male portion. And two names, her and MacArthur, that I remember here. We did the Pictou County Memorial Tournament there not earlier on this season, and those two very big parts of their team, so no surprise to see them here in this one.
Face off from the left side. It's jumped after and now worked into the end boards. Payne gets that around to Vickers. Now up into the feet, trying to play that one up across, and it's down the right side in over the blue line, trying to play that one back through. McNeil now looking to move that one up ahead, slowed down. Shot continues into the right side corner. Fish down there for Payne. Payne gets it up the wall for Kearney. Kearney into the middle, Jodry. Jodry into the zone, hands off, clear cut chance here. Save made on the breakaway and had a little bit of time with it, and a good save there.
And there's a reason why Lily Williams' goals against average this season was 1.8. Once again, out at the top of the crease. Take away as much real estate as you can without sacrificing your own position, and she does a great job there to square that one up.
We'll continue in through the second period here, approaching halfway through our game. Face-off will be down here on the left. One back here for Wilkie. Wilkie gets that around to Gabriel. Gabriel down for McHenry. Fished out, back to the line. That one kept in on the blue. Low shot tipped in wide to the left. Jumping way down into that play is Wilkie, and now it'll be giving Purple a chance. Bourgeois now looking for the lead pass right on the money here to the right side. Picked up by Auden, but can't get a shot off. Trying to move that one back up the right side. It'll fall in behind for Wilkie. Wilkie gets it down to Gabriel. 2-13's going at it. Picked up along the half wall. Moving into center, and it'll continue on into the feet. Trying to move that up ahead, and backhand comes back over to the right side and into the end boards.
Good coordination down there from Maya McCormick, able to fish that one out of her own feet, but continue on there, and a lot easier said than done, especially with pressure.
Blanchard plays that back around the end boards over to Wilkie. Wilkie trying to go up the wall with it, and it comes back over here to Blanchard. Blanchard in over the blue line, shot from distance. That one fires into the corner when we picked up. Trying to move that one back in through the middle. It's scooped up off the boards. Back in behind by Powder. Beaten down along the end boards. Tripped up. Backhand and into the logo there, dudes.
Yeah, I don't mind that, though. Going to the backhand there, showing confidence with the puck, and a lot easier just to switch to the forehand, but a lot of the times when you do that, you waste a little bit of your own time there, and when you look up and you have you and the goalie in sight, shoot it from where you have the puck positioned there, and like I said, showing confidence with the puck there. Anytime you can do something on the backhand, everyone knows that you're good on the forehand as well.
That one in from the end boards. Powder going to play that in from the wall and back to the blue line. Picked up here by Rasong into the feet. That one's grabbed again by Prince. Prince trying to move it out. It's going to be forced back to the line. Isabel Kim now with it. Kim gets that around into the corner for Harland. Some pressure there as it's freed up, trying to just jam in any means necessary on the right, and it'll come to the top of the blue paint. Now knocked down in front. A penalty coming here to Purple out of the fray. That one picked up. Surprised they're going to call something out of that circle, but ref had a keen eye on it. Maybe a cross check or something. It was a cross check.
Get the guy the stripes out there.
So 11:59 to go here in the second, and 2-1 the score. It'll be to the power play here for Team Powder.
And that's just good hard work down low, Jeff. That's going to cause that penalty. And when you get hemmed in your zone a little bit and all of a sudden that puck starts to stay towards that danger area, you're going to do anything in your power to eliminate that opportunity, and sometimes that means taking a penalty.
That one moved back to the middle. Low shot falls into the corner. It'll be picked up and played back in around by Timmins. Timmins in behind, gets it back to the blue line. Over to the left side.
Nice
hard pass down to the right, and it's loose there in front of the net. Maybe another whack at it. Falls off into the corner.
Determination there from Lola Timmins. She was not going to give that puck up in the slot.
Held on to by Powder. It'll be circled back over by Rasong. Shot into a shin pad, spinning, and it hits the side of the net. Ref has to say no goal, as it did get tucked in behind the pad but didn't find the cage. That one now moving it around the other way. Libis shoots on. We're going to continue on play here.
No purple jerseys around. Power play opportunity. You want to move that puck and give it to your teammates, especially after some good sustained pressure. You want to keep that momentum running.
Hard pass there, connects from Lawton, and now they're back into the zone for Powder, into the end boards. Picked up and moving around with that puck is Driscoll. Driscoll, nice pass through a couple sticks there on the right side, back over. Good movement here on the power play, but time is running out with 44 seconds. Shot, and they score. So making do, as I mentioned it, and another goal into the back of the net there by Powder, and looking to see who's going to take credit. It looks like number 21 there, Anna MacArthur. And we'll head back to center. 10:37, so about halfway through this game, and 3-1 the score now.
Yeah, so MacArthur getting on the board here with a goal, or with her first, and you know, the hockey gods look out for players out there. You work hard, and sometimes you're going to get rewarded, and that's just a case of hard work down there and staying tenacious on that puck in front of the net, and just going to bang one home and give their team a 2-goal lead.
Powder pulling that one around as it's Jodry trying to get it out. It's pulled back the other way. Joseph played that to the left side. Robertson trying to jam in behind. Sharp angle into a shin pad. Trying to get that puck moving. It'll be bounced into the boards here up the right side. Letting a little bit of the body go there as we're halfway through the game now officially.
One thing I've liked too is the officiating for female hockey over the last couple of years has been very good. I find they do a great job of calling the game and allowing them to be physical along the walls, but anything in open ice is called.
Snipe off the right side there over the shoulder of Lily Williams into the back of the net, and a goal from number 20 there, Ashlyn Kearney, and couldn't have drawn that one up much better, and it'll be 4-1, so pulling away with this one, Powder, and it's going to need to be purple next to stay in it.
And after not scoring a goal at all last night, they come out flying here in this period, and that shot is just an absolute snipe, and honestly probably goes in on most goalies there. Didn't have much room to get it up top, kind of ran out of real estate, but when you're a sniper like that, doesn't matter how much net's being shown, you can find it.
And that one gets sent in behind, and we'll see how the reaction to that from Purple after going down a couple here, down 3 and halfway through the game, so still lots of time to play, but Powder on top of it. Nice move through the legs, and that'll get a reaction.
I love the support from the benches on both sides. You know, the guys, they kind of bang at the boards a little bit, a little tap, and it's like, oh yeah, but these girls are so supportive of their teammates here, and it's It's honestly really nice to see.
Yeah, not something you're always used to.
And you know, these girls are all fighting for the same positions out there, Jeff, so to be able to be a good teammate like that, especially when you're competing with the girl beside you, but you're also on the same team, it's kind of a weird dynamic, but they've done a good job here of kind of playing both sides.
Back in behind, that one's overskated. Blanchard back to the blue line. Shot falls off into the left side corner. Vickers trying to jump up on it. It's to the middle. Hits the end boards, trying to move that up ahead. Lead pass on to the stick there of Auden. Auden, down the left side. She'll get hauled over and a penalty coming and frustrated down there, but will draw a power play for her team. And with 8:37 to go, a chance to maybe get back in this one.
Yeah, Marley Payne just got caught in the wrong side of the play there, and you know, sometimes you get those holding calls where you get tangled up with the other player and you're not actually grasping onto anything, and the ref sees that you're holding and impeding. So if you're right in front of the referee, it's hard to argue. Anything behind the play like that, you might have something to say about it. But like I said, these officials have done a good job. And you got to remember, it's summer hockey for them too. They probably stopped reffing around April, May, or late April, and now back into it. So, you know, kudos to them for even being out here in the middle of this summer hockey camp. And, you know, it might even be too hot to be outside today, so they might be thankful to be in here.
Always one to defend the ref, Studer, in a fair shootout. And with 8:11 to go here in the second, it's a 1:32 left to go in said power play, and Purple still needing to work that in to get something done as it heads into the end boards. Trying to pick up on that. Powder from the corner, back on to the stick there of Gould. Try to get that centered. Whack at that puck and jumping around near the blue line. It'll be up ahead and a clear dump there.
Yeah, that's a good clear there. You want to make sure that that gets 200 feet just inside your blue line. If you don't get that puck out, it's an odd man rush back the other way just inside the offensive zone.
Picked up down here in front of us. That one's flicked back in the other way, and another good dump as it's picked up down low by Driscoll. Driscoll down there in the corner battling with Harland. So the defender deciding to play up.
Great job there by Purple. You want to send more jerseys than the opposition, and they're in there. But, man, what a good job by Driscoll down there. She's killing off so much precious time here of this power play, and she's going to get a big round of applause there from her teammates.
Picked up here on the left side. Driscoll is a forward there. My mistake. That high number and the low number, they switch between Purple and Powder. So if you're trying to make a quick call, that's sometimes the easier way to do it. But I'm sure at home you've kind of noticed at the Purple side a bit of a random hodgepodge of numbers down there. And that one picked up down low along the end board. Sorry, the Powder side has the hodgepodge. Purple, I believe, are in order.
Correct, yep.
Yep, so that one down the left side, in across, and now shot in tight. Oh, man, and point blank look there for Rachel Hartnell with 6:30 as the penalty ending, but a save made. It'll stay 4-1.
Yeah, the Penguins product had a good opportunity there, but if you notice in your screen there, LeBlanc kind of started back at the goal line, and as Hartnell got closer, big push out to the top of the crease, knowing that that backdoor option was taken, and that's going to give the goalie the ability to cut down the angle the way they want to, and Hartnell just ran out of sight there for net and ends up making a good save, LeBlanc down there.
Back in along the end boards. It'll free up to the stick there of Libis. Libis going to try to play that in ahead as we are getting into the ending portion of this second period. It comes back to the line here for Purple. Margaret McLean now back down the left side to Hartnell. Hartnell ran off into the boards, but Libis helping her down low. Kind of change off with that one. It'll head into the right side corner.
Great job there by Carrie Doiron to activate there from the point. She read the play. She had the back of the team Powder forward trying to exit the zone, so she was able to kind of sneak down, and she does a good job there of maintaining possession and holding the line.
And it's picked up here on the right side, trying to get it centered onto the stick here for Powder as Kearney gets it over on the side to Jodry. Jodry in over the blue line. Jodry with a chance in tight and lots of speed and power coming behind that shot, but it stays out.
And Williams had to be careful there. She was reacting to the initial pass. It went back down low, but it popped back out to the Powder forward, and she had to kind of scramble back, but she was in good enough position down there that she was able to stay square to that for the most part.
So face-off coming here with 5:21 now to go in it. And we're ready for puck drop here. Trying to jam that back in front. It'll be picked up back to the line. Grabbed here by Vickers. Vickers into the end board, and it comes over from McHenry. Trying to go up the wall. McNeil.
Great quiet area there.
Down the right side. Into the zone. Looking for a low shot, and it'll stay out. And a big save here late in the period for LeBlanc. Inside 5 minutes off the rush. Stayed square to that one and made it look easy.
Yeah, the Warriors, Nevaeh Robertson with some real confidence with the puck there. You know, it's not completely out of the game, but you see a lot less of just that wide lane drive and dropping that front shoulder to protect that puck and just take it right to the hoop there, and she does a real good job there, and that just shows a lot of confidence in her puck handling and her speed.
That one played back in from the end boards and looking to move that around. It's Blanchard. Powder gets it up the boards, and it'll be chased after here in front. Ray McInnes back in front again and trying to chase after that. Into the zone. Powder possession in their own end, so time to work up the left side. Getting the elbows out and getting down into the zone from the left side. Picked up. Try to re-enter, passed across. It goes by the stick there of McHenry. In behind, and that one onto the stick back the other way for Gabriel, and lead pass. Powder off to the races again. Deking and off the post, and now the rebound buried. So a good second effort, and that one will get in behind.
Yeah, Addison White must have been watching my highlight tapes there. That's the move I like to go to on the breakaways, but all kidding aside, a real good rush there. And you know what I did like from White there? I know she didn't score, and she deked the goalie out and then couldn't find the net on her own, but she was just as happy to see her teammate put that in the back of the net as instead of being disappointed that she missed. She was very pumped for her teammate, and that's a sign of a good character player and a good teammate and someone you're going to want to have on your team for the long run.
So 5-1 the score now with 3:37. This one's blowing up here in the second period. That one plays down here by Bourgeois. Bourgeois deep into the zone. She'll hold on to it, get the wheels going. Back to the line.
Nice
Shot
save.
Rebound on the left side. And it'll bounce out here for Audain. Back in front. Powder. A bit of a silver platter pass there, but now it'll be worked the other way and they'll get a chance. Powder back the other way again with a step backhand save made with the pad of Lily Williams.
2 breakaways in 1 shift for White. Something tells me she is just starting to get warmed up here.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this game and this weekend as that one's streaking down the right side by McLean. Moved back to the middle. Grabbed by Kim. Kim shoots and a slap shot gets blocked, but good power on the back of that one. Back down low to Lawton. Lawton up the wall to Driscoll. Driscoll gonna have to go back in her end, and a collision there. 2 purple players. They'll get back up, but that just could not have felt good.
No, definitely not. It always feels worse when you run into your own teammate too. Sometimes you run into the other team and you kind of just you let it go, but when you hit your own teammate, it just I don't know, it hurts the soul a little more.
Yeah, you're kind of like, it's almost like you're a little embarrassed that you did it, so you try to shake it off a little more.
That's exactly it.
You don't want to injure yourself. It's one thing on the other team, but on your own teammates, a little tougher. So both those girls, tough cookies, and just got back up, right back to the bench, and we continue on with 2 minutes to play here in the second. In along the end boards, Leslie from the corner. Shot on, and it rolls off the pad, and a nice save there as Gould put that one on, and now Powder with another chance the other way. 1:40 to go in the period down the right side, and gonna be just jumped on, and nothing gonna come of that one. Slow to the feet, but we're still okay.
The worst part about that is you're just so tired after being hauled down like that you can see it now. She's been buzzing this period, and You know, when you get hauled down, it takes so much energy out of you to fight through that and then to get back up, and it's just kind of one of those parts of the game that no one really realizes unless you've played.
And that's the left side there. It gets knocked back onto the stick there. Mitchell trying to go up to the right into the zone and tripped up. Purple, another penalty coming here with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go.
And that's Ellie Harland again there, but she plays the game hard, and sometimes when you play with that intensity, you're going to get yourself in a little bit of penalty trouble there. That was just a good stick on puck play, but the stick ended up kind of trailing behind into the feet and right in front of the official. Like we always talk about, Jeff, those ones are going to call themselves here. And quite frankly, if you're down there as the official and that happens and you don't call it, I think people would have more to say.
With a shot in there to the glove, and now officially inside 1 minute to play at 57 seconds, so we'll try again. Quick whistle there.
This game is almost a carbon copy of last night's game, but flipped the other direction. As now blue or powder, however you want to reference it, is kind of being rewarded for last night's opportunities, and they weren't able to find them.
I was shocked last night with that final score, so I'm not surprised to see some retaliation today. Shot in, and it's going to be jumping around in front of the net. Top of the blue paint, a lot of bodies down there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job there by Vickers using the edge work to get way in low.
That's the proper use of that Mohawk turn there. It's to create deception at the blue line, and it's a dangerous play, but a confident play. And when you're able to pull it off, you can pretty much leave that defender behind.
Picked up and moved in from the end boards, 15 seconds. That puck back to the line here, Powder. Vickers gets that across, shot in behind, and picked up down and behind, 3 seconds, and that should take us to the end. Is gonna run out of time, Vickers, and that will be 5-1 at the end of 2 here, dudes. We're gonna be back for the third shortly.
Great period of hockey. Looking forward to the third.
All right, third period here, 5-1 the score, starting us off for our last period of the morning. Dudes ready to go for the last 20.
Yeah, and the goaltenders now into play. Number 73, Amy Field from the Fundy Highland Stars for Team Purple. And down there is, once again, the GAA leader from last year from the Metro West Citadel is Eleanor Feltham. So obviously these goaltenders just going on a rotation. If you played the first, you play the third, and so on and so forth. If you are a numbers person, not like myself, then it would make a whole lot of sense. But that is something I can certainly keep up with.
Yes, and a couple periods each goaltender, and you get 4 games. So do the math on that one, I suppose, pardon me, and we'll get into this. So 26 seconds to go on the power play. That one trying to move it out to the middle and looking for a lead pass. Oh man, and she would have been off to the races there, Robertson, but the pass couldn't get through as it's picked up there by MacArthur.
Purple the Water doing a great job of defending down there for Team Purple so far. It's super wet once again. Would like to see it dry out a little bit, but you got to keep the games going.
Keep it moving, keep it moving. It did settle down after a few minutes there in the second. We didn't see it as too much of a problem, but definitely the first 2 or 3 minutes, puck's a little sticky.
It's the same for both teams. You know, it's like in baseball when it's raining and people are complaining about it being slippery. You're not the only one dealing with it, so just something to be aware of, especially on the zone exits.
Exactly, no home field advantage here, as it's just a big old hodgepodge of players, and a minute and 12 seconds in here, so we'll continue on here. So this will be our last period here for the morning. We'll have a break, and then Duder, you will be back on the call tonight and tomorrow to finish us off with the last 4 games, and that'll be it for the High Performance 2024.
Been quite the ride, and I know even last year, I remember as a player, it was bittersweet to leave. It's a little bit different when you're doing the full experience, but even us up here in the broadcast booth for High Button, we always find it a little bittersweet when we finish an event. As much as you get tired throughout it, it's a good feeling. It's a sense of accomplishment, but also, you know, it's something that you take with you forever. We're big reminiscers, and we love to look back on the times that we had.
That one played up the right side here for Powder. Down into the zone. Falling down, but it's back to even strength here. That one played up the left side half wall, trying to dish it out. Comes back to the blue line. Shot on, pad save there. Trying to jump up on that, and it's stick lifted over to the right side, trying to catch up. Back into the zone, into the feet, stopped. That one's going to be picked up here now. Try to jam in along the wall, and hustled back here from Powder. Parsons played off, and now a delayed penalty here against Purple early here in the third. We'll have a whistle.
And no call right off the bat. He's just going to wait to go over to the glass to let us know. So, oh, it looks like it's just too many players on the ice there for Purple, and that must have been super obvious. They tend to lean towards not calling that, but you know, that is part of the process, Jeff, is your line change procedure. You want to see, you know, how the girls are reacting at the bench, how they're reading the play, and, you know, hustling on and off, and that is part of it. As much as the blame gets put on the coaches for the too many players on the ice penalty, you know, you just have to be kind of more aware over there at the bench. But with that being said, you know, you're going to get a look here at some penalty killing time, and you, like you said, like we always say, you want to have as many looks in as many different situations as you possibly can, and the penalty kill, unfortunately, is part of the game.
To the box, so Bourgeois going to be sitting, and now 7:33 and a 2-minute power play, so a chance for Powder here again. That one down the left side. Good quick movement there out by the stick by White. Gets it back to the line, over to the right side. Played across, and looking for the one-timer, and on the money, dudes. It's a tough shot to pull off. They got about 90% of the way there.
Yeah, that's a tough one to pull off. I love where the head's at there for White. She got it into an area where she thought she could get a stick on it. She does, but it was just a little bit on the front foot for her to be able to get opened up.
That one shot and will bounce over here to the half wall. Picked up, and will go in behind for Purple as Harland tries to get it up the boards. It's near the ringette line and down near the hash marks. Played back to the middle. Heads into the opposite corner. That one scooped up by Buffett. To the line for Gabrielle. Gabrielle to the left side, stepping in with a nice move. Left side shot save. Purple takes the chance and gets the dump and wasn't really having too much luck getting that out, so they'll take it where they can get it, sent the length.
Yeah, that's just a good play down there. Some good passing and forced the Team Purple kind of out of position down there, but an even bigger save down there from the goaltender field.
Powder chasing after that Lawton. Lawton in along the end boards, looking to get that pass up onto the stick, and by Smith. Smith into the zone. Smith down the left side. She'll hand that off right to Driscoll. Driscoll with a nice dish in front, but no one home into a tough area. That bounces over, and 15 seconds to go on the power play.
One thing I've liked from Driscoll is her ability to make plays at high speeds. She never really stops moving her feet. Sometimes players have a tendency to just kind of slow up and sell that pass, but Driscoll likes to make those plays with her feet moving, and that's kind of where the unknown comes from if you're able to do things at high speed.
That one, sharp angle into the glove, and it'll be punched down, and already almost 5 minutes into this third, 5-1 the score.
Yes, good start to this period. It's been mostly blue here. Now, granted, they were on the power play to start, and that's kind of where you get those wheels turning early on in a period. You get onto a man advantage or something like that, and you can kind of get the gears flowing a little bit better, and Purple just able to weather the storm there for a little bit, and now they're going to try and get back on offense here.
Back and behind. That one's slowed up. McIntyre. McIntyre around for Ray McInnes. Comes on out here in front. It'll be tied up into the feet. Purple push that ahead. Prince into the end boards. Looking to get a lead pass. Gets that over. In over the red line. Now the blue line. Down into the corner by Smith. Smith slows up. Chipped up the wall and hustled back. Going to be picked up here by Mitchell. Mitchell back in near center. Cut back play by Purple onto the stick there, Ray McInnes, and she'll have to hustle back for it. Trying to get a stick on it, but Powder gets to that puck first. Now it'll be circled back around. Push down there in the boards, 2-on-1. Now forward coming in to help Hartnell. Looking for the lead, slowed down onto the stick here, Leslie. Leslie passed across, hits the stick of Hartnell, and will now be pushed down the left side, back and behind. Hustled after first here by Leslie again.
Oh, Water playing D down
caught.
there.
Now Hartnell with a centering pass. Stop, backhand, steered on, and jamming away, and a save, but it almost benefited Purple there.
Yeah, good save, and way to stick with that for Eleanor Feltham. And I don't know if any goalies are listening or goalies once, how tough it is to get across and twist your body like that in that gear down there to stay strong on that all while everybody's whacking away at that puck. So good job down there to stay strong. Both these goalies come to play here in the third period.
That one pushed in around from the end board. Bourgeois steps up and keeps it in. Now it'll be back to blue as it's chipped over to the left side. Trying to move it up ahead, MacArthur. MacArthur offside into the zone there. And we'll have a whistle with now another about 20 seconds killed off the clock here.
One thing I've been impressed with, is the ability for these girls to break out. They do a great job of filling lanes, and I had this analogy thrown at me as a younger player, and it was when you're coming up the ice, you have one person on the ladder, which is in the middle, and you have your two wingers who are support casts, or just F1, F2, F3, and the minute that somebody leaves one of those posts, then that ladder is going to fall. So that's kind of a description as far as support goes. As soon as you leave your post, then you're leaving somebody else high and dry, and they've done a great job here, and they're able to exit the zone relatively easy on both sides.
So another penalty coming, and the most penalties by far in a game here coming through this one. Over the course of how many games have we done? This is probably about 14, and I definitely haven't seen this many penalties, but to the box goes Parsons, and it'll be a power play chance here for Purple, maybe trying to get back into this game. Face off down here on the left. That one into the end boards, played, and it goes through the legs. They'll have to chase back for it. Purple picking it up. Harland.
Dangerous in front of the net there.
Gets that pass over to Kim. Kim trying to put that through, and it'll cut back into the zone. Caught up to first by Harland. Back over to Kim. That one's played across here. Robertson. Robertson heads up the right side with it. Slows up. Robertson now moving off in front. Gets that pass handed left side. Pulls back by Harland. Harland. Over to Kim. Save made. This one up ahead here for Powder. Here comes Vickers. Vickers into the end boards. Bounces. Hits the back of the net. Trying to cut off on that on the right side. Staying with it. That one makes it over the red line. It will be sent down in behind. Grabbed and fired off the glass with some conviction here with a minute to go on the power play. Sent all the way in behind. Now from the right side corner, it'll be fished out by Purple, and they get that to the right side. Try to catch up into the zone. Intercepted easily there by Buffett. Buffett now with a nice pass over here to the right side, or a shot pass as it at least played off the boards. Now circling back around here for Margaret McLean, and she'll be forced to retreat back. Gets that up ahead here to Summer McLean. Summer down the left side. Summer shoots it, and save made. A little bit of power behind that shot, but save made. 14 seconds to go in the power play.
And that's part of the effectiveness that Summer McLean brings, and well, I like that there. She enters the zone, changed the angle of her feet, trying to drag the goalie off to the left side a little bit, but kept the stick in that shooting lane and was able to use the defender as a screen, but a good save down there by Feltham.
So 11:37 to go here in the third. Face-off will be on the left side. That one back to the blue line. Kept in on the ringette now. Pulls on back, gets that passed off, and a little too hot to handle as it exits the zone. Trying to move that up across. That one down to the right side. Hustled after hard down there into the corner by Driscoll. Driscoll up the wall. Now circle back. Trying to play that back in behind again. Driscoll. Driscoll able to get it over to Smith. Smith tries to go up the wall with it.
Smart play.
Battle for it, back to Driscoll. Driscoll cutting to the front of the net, gets one whack at it. Purple gonna pick it out of there. McIntyre. Smith and 2-on-2 down there in the corner. Looks like it'll be onto the stick of McIntyre, but can't really get it too far. That one trying to get it centered.
Oh. McIntyre and Timmins going at it there. A couple extra shots. They kind of got tangled up down there in the corner, and love to see the emotions of the game take over a little bit.
Just 10 minutes to go now in the third period. 5-1 the score. Picked up in behind by McCormick. McCormick's going to try again.
Smart change there by Timmins. It was kind of on the back check, but she was able to allow her teammate to get on the ice before Purple was able to come up the ice, so good recognition down there.
Down into the right side corner. It frees up in behind. Jodry trying to chase after it for Powder. Pulled in now. Played in on the end boards. Some pushing coming. Centering pass, knocked off of it. Back to the line here for Bourgeois. Shot in, it's loose on the right side. Steps up, and that somehow stays out.
Shades of Team Blue last night, able to get the chances, but can't find the net.
Shot from the left side, another chance, and it's loose in front. Nice job by Bourgeois off the skate there. Just cuts in from the left side and gets a good hard pass.
Oh man, I love that play from MacArthur there. Didn't ice it, didn't panic, give her team a chance to go back the other way.
And they get a shot off from it. Back in behind. Grabbed by Sadie Walther, trying to go up with it and move to the middle. Chance here off
nice
the
block.
shin pad as it falls down. Inside 9 minutes to play here now. Down on the right. Picked up here by Purple. Libis. Libis looking for a lane out here through the right. Libis pushed off of it. They're going to say that was just enough body contact, dudes, that push.
I mean, you got to be able to stop the forward at some point there. Not a follow through on the hit, just great defensive positioning there, and you watch the chest and keep the body in front of you and let the puck go by. I thought it was a real good defensive play, and I think it definitely should be allowed in a league with no contact per se. I guess checking. Contact is the wrong term, but checking itself. So real good defensive play there, and if you're looking for a quick tutorial on how to play a one-on-one, that's a pretty good shot there.
And that one's down along the boards, kind of ran off. That one heads into the players who are trying to stay back. 8:17 to go here in the third, 5-1 the score.
So something of note too, we will be bringing back the corner cameras later on this evening and for the rest of the event. We had to take them down to do the mic'd ups, which have now surfaced. Addison White and Flo McNeil, one from each team. They're out on the social media pages now, and it's part of the real fun portion of this event, and the players love it, and we wish we could mic everybody up, but unfortunately that's just not how it goes, and we try and choose someone different every time, and they're out there on the pages now for your viewing pleasure.
Big booming hit there along the end boards, trying to pick it up on the right side. That one gets led ahead.
Nice
for
pass.
McNeil. McNeil gets it over to the right side into the zone, and backhand, another rebound in front off the mark, and a big whack at that puck.
Fantastic shot for a rebound there. Worked out perfectly, but felt them sharp down there and looking pretty calm, cool, and collected even amongst the chaos sometimes.
Sent down the length of the ice, slowed up there by Field. Trying to get that. It's intercepted, but Purple still with it. Nice spin around move there by McNeil as good heads up play, and she's definitely got a mind for the game, dudes. Number 15 out there on Purple.
Most certainly does, yep. Sees the game almost not a full step ahead maybe, but a little bit ahead of most people there, and that's why she's able to be successful with that puck.
So if you want to check out what we're talking about, go to that mic'd up like dude said, and you'll get about 2 minutes of her being a field general is what we would call it if we're talking football, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Definitely a good teammate. You can tell that the players all respect her and kind of listen to what she has to say, but at the same time, you know, those videos kind of show the true light of these players. As much as it's a competition out there, there's still a lot of fun being had out there, and that's one thing we love to see.
Oh, and a big collision there. Got loaded up, and now back down the left side. 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the third. That puck gets passed and moved to the left side, trying to steer on. Puck still moving to the top of that blue paint. Kept in the zone. Now moving out near center. It'll be chopped up. Red line. Pass gets handed off there to Lawton. Lawton tries to move it up ahead, but it's back over there to Prince. Prince gets that puck down low. Lawton trying for it. Back to the line here for Ray McInnes, who keeps it in, and now inside 6 minutes to go. His time ticking away.
The McGinnis family just breeding defensemen, or defense players, I guess. I'm not really sure how to term that one, but the only one I know of the McGinnises that was a forward was Kendall, who grew up in our age group, and I actually played on the U16 male team with Kendall. So the McGinnis is still going strong here, the pride of Port Hood, Nova Scotia.
Sent in there, and a nice save for Eleanor Feltham.
Yeah, another good save there. She was deep in her net, but able to still cover lots of ground down there, and she's been strong, and now these numbers are starting to make a whole lot of sense. It's not that I didn't believe in her. It's just, you know, the regular season stats sometimes don't translate as much, but she has been absolutely dynamite down there for Team Powder.
And now 5:27 to go. It'll be a 2-minute power play coming for Team Purple, so a chance to maybe get one last one or get a couple in near the end of this game as it's picked up on the right side, steps into the mesh. It will go. 5:15 to go now, and another whistle.
Shout out to one of our junior employees, Jeff, taking the game in here, Mr. Cohen Ingram. Always nice to see the guys sharpening up on their skill sets and just taking it all in, and he's a big fan of the game of hockey, and quite frankly, he's up in Yarmouth right now, I do believe, doing a hockey camp, so staying in the game all year round, and love to see the support from our younger employees.
There you go. Shout out to that young man. Played off here in front down the right side. One of the guys who came to Montreal with us a few months, or I guess a month ago now, and inside 5 minutes to go here in the third, and the rare center ice face-off going to happen with just inside 5 minutes to go.
Center ice face-off for the Liney doesn't happen too often, and a lot of the times it's when you miss something, so it's kind of based on a mistake, but the other times it's just when you get together, sometimes someone saw something different, or if both linesmen are at the blue line and call different things and they just bring it back to center, or an icing call on a short-handed play, they just go back to center, so no big deal.
Picked up here and led ahead. That one's going to be in over the blue line down the left side. Drops that back, trying to get it centered. From the end boards. Sent in behind, and a minute gone on the power play. It'll be slowed up down there for Field. Field, gets that pass off and spun out into the corner. Bourgeois, she'll get onto her feet, but frustrated with herself, and she'll head off a little bit labored.
Love
down the right side.
Right to her feet and back to the bench.
Oh yeah, there's no staying down in this one. In over the blue line, try to keep it up. Oh, and tripped up a little bit, but they'll continue on as MacArthur shoots it down, no ice, 38 seconds left to go on that powder PK. As we near the end of this game, picked up down low by Harland. Harland worked in the corner, throwing herself at number 21 there, MacArthur, but it'll be worked out regardless up the right side. Into the end boards. Trying to catch that puck, it'll be up from the corner. Toe drag in, looking for a chance, too high.
Yeah, that's Flo McNeil at her best right there. Dragging that defender, using the toe drag and getting away around that poke check, but she was able to get that puck off the stick pretty quickly.
That one rifled into a pant or something along those lines.
Gear somewhere.
Blocked nonetheless, 3:14 to go. Grabbed on the right side. McNeil tries for it, and it'll be chased after here on the left. In over the blue line, slows up. Time now started. The door is open there. The ref, no one closing that door. I was trying to look at what the confusion was for, and now they're going to get it. So the play goes all the way by the open door. Bit dangerous, but it's sorted now.
I mean, it may seem insane that they didn't see that, but you know they got one-track minds out there, and that's to watch the play. You don't want to miss a call. And luckily in this division, there's not full-on body contact, so it's a little less dangerous out there. But still, a quick fall into that edge of the boards can cause quite a bit of damage, and they got it shut now. But just a tough one. You can hear everybody screaming, trying to get that door shut, and they end up getting her done.
Down on the right side, it's into the zone, slowed up. Trying to chip that by. 2:12 to go here in the third. Is picked up from the end boards there. Dorian ricochets that pass out. It's over to Lawton. Lawton chips it and follows it, but it's chipped back in inside 2 minutes now. Sent down, slowed up by Feltham. Feltham gets that pass over to Rassong. Rassong getting pressured from behind, but she'll get that pass over to the left side. Picked up by White, trying to move it up ahead. White into the feet. Poked at, but 97 seconds left to go here. Showed up McDavid as it rolls to the left side. Rolling back into the corner. That one's going to be grabbed by Buffett. Buffett looking for that pass up. Working away at that, and it'll be into the bench. And 1:18 now officially to go, and the whistle goes.
I mean, this has just been a treat here, Jeff, this morning. These girls have come to play this morning, and they were in bed relatively late last night after dinner and up early this morning to get back at it. And, kudos to them for the effort they've been able to put on here this morning, both sides, U14 and 16.
Definitely, and I was up early for the breakfast, and those ladies were heading in right behind me at about 7 a.m. sharp.
How was the energy in there this morning? Similar to what we see on the ice here?
Yeah, I managed to get out of there before they all kind of started to come in, but it seemed like good energy. They were rolling in as a unit, and once they come in, it's going to be a while before you get your food, so I managed to slide in. But definitely a good amount of energy for day number 2 of games, and a beautiful finish there by Ella Driscoll with 44 seconds to go, and an end-to-end rush and finished off. And number 25 has been pretty solid on that puck all weekend long, and now on the board here.
Yeah, that's just a good dash there from Driscoll. Like I said, she loves to do things at high speeds based on what I'm seeing here. And if my notes are correct, she did play for the Capitals U18 major this season, so showing off a little bit of that next level speed from Driscoll, and that kind of explains why she's able to do things at just a little bit of a higher speed.
Down the left side, holding in purple, trying to finish it off, and they do, so they jam one home. That will get a reaction. It'll be 6-2, but a good retaliation marker there from number 16. It looks like Libis on the board here.
And Libis is going to like that one. She's a prolific scorer throughout the regular season and kind of doing other things to be successful here, but it's always nice to get the first one under your belt, and we'll see if that translates into more later on, but we might be in a case of too little too late here.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. 33 seconds to go. Another chance here from Powder. That one's blockered off by Field.
Just right off the face-off both times here, right at it.
24 seconds as we approach the end of this one, dudes. Back to the blue line. Shot slowed up. Looking to move that up ahead. Whacked at again, and that will go the length of the ice for an icing. So 10.6 to go, and this is almost surely our last face-off.
Yeah, one would think here, but we've seen crazier things, especially in this game. I mean, you go up 6-1, and all of a sudden, boom, right off that next face-off, you go down, and it's 6-2. So.
Yep, so maybe one last chance here for Powder to put one in.
Get the little setup play at the top, looking for that shot right off the draw, but Purple able to win the draw there, so good assignments.
4 seconds to go. And with that, we will finish up here for our morning games. And a big win here late. Powder getting it done, and that'll do it for us here on High Button Sports.
Jeff, last game for you. Great job this week. I'm sure all the parents certainly appreciate your efforts and the knowledge that you bring here for both sides of this. So we'll send you off nicely, and we'll be thinking of you for the next couple games.
Appreciate that, my brother. And with that being said, 6-2 the final. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Dudes is going to be back at it tonight and tomorrow with the rest of the female sections. Jeff Warburton here signing off for this game. We will see